Hello everyone, this is Michael Teoh here. I was a INTI alumni with INTI International College Penang, which I took their HSC course and their Australian degree transfer course in business from the year 2005 to 2006. And I'm really proud to be associated with INTICAM, which is the INTI Alumni Association, and really to commend them for a great effort for organizing the Eco Warrior Project, which pretty much encompassed 6 major events, from creating awareness on endangered species towards recycling campaigns to Eco Warrior Run, Eco Warrior Rises, trip to zoo with children to educate them about wildlife awareness, and visit to children's home. Amazing initiatives which I believe many INTI alumni who are now influential industry leaders, executives, professionals, entrepreneurs of today could actually support with our time. Now, I would like to apologize for not being able to physically be present in the launch of this very meaningful event because I've been traveling, I've been regularly flying around both locally and internationally, doing trainings for companies and speaking in major events. This is something that I'm really passionate about, something that I love doing, educating people and really sharing with them how can they fulfill their potentials. But we're gonna get back to that later. Now I'm gonna really relate my strongest recommendation to INTICAM and to the Eco Warrior Project for actually spreading the awareness on environmental conservation. I think it is really needed. And what I have personally experienced was from my world expedition last year. Now in the year 2011, I had the opportunity to lead a global expedition to 22 countries after winning a global social entrepreneurship competition organized by the British government and the private sectors. I won a scholarship worth £250,000 to go around the world, but not as a tourist, but as a volunteer in the different environmental and in humanitarian projects that they have actually arranged for us. And aligned with the mission that Eco Warrior and INTICAM have set out, I found myself being drawn to this great initiative because last year alone I've been involved in many projects, but I would like to share 3 projects, namely my project in Canada, my project in Kenya, and my project in Zimbabwe, with all of you now listening to my recording. I'd like to welcome you to my journey of my world expedition and for you to dive into my interpretation of environmental conservation. Now, to start off with, last year, out of the 22 countries I've been to, I went to Canada. In Canada, I had the opportunity to spend 2 weeks, 16 days in particular, to actually trek along the Canadian Rockies to witness the beautiful scenery to myself, but moreover to actually do some research about environmental conservation. And it is during this time where I had to measure the melting of the ice caps, which were originally located on top of the mountain but have now actually found their place at the bottom of the mountains because of climate change, because of global warming, which is very true. As you can see through the pictures, we've hiked along the icy cold areas, taken measurements, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Our ice is melting and our world is experiencing global warming. It is true, we need to actually start using energy more sustainably, more efficiently, more effectively in order to curb this problem. Now, my second project relates more between the relationship of human and the environment, and this brings us to Kenya. In Kenya, I had the opportunity to work with orphanages, but moreover, one of my favorite projects is working in the safari zone, pretty much rescuing lions and other endangered animals from illegal poachers and hunters. But one of the things I found out was because of the rapid urbanization that even for an African country like Kenya is experiencing, a lot of the wild animals like the lions, the gazelles, and the elephants found themselves to be cornered. They no longer could live in an area which they used to call home. Hence, at times they become predators, they become intrusive towards our human living areas. And what happened was they get hunted down. So my role during that time was to rescue these animals, take them into a conservation zone, and then release them after they have bred to ensure the continuity of their species. But then again, this really shows that because of unplanned rapid urbanization, we are actually intruding into these homes that were once homes for these animals. So always try to rethink whenever you're out there working on a developmental project, whether are you giving the rightful respect to the landowners or to the inhabitants of those areas, because there needs to be a balance. Now lastly, I was involved in a project in Zimbabwe where pretty much I was volunteering in a lion conservation zone. And during this time I was educated on the fact that the numbers of lions are actually dwindling in Zimbabwe or in Africa in general. And remember, this actually relates back to an entire ecosystem. Pretty much people tend to think in terms of business, it's about dollars and cents. The environmental causes, or actually preserving the environment, would actually come not so top in the priority list. But I would like to differ. This was witnessed in Zimbabwe, where pretty much because of rapid urbanization, illegal poaching, the lion species are facing an extinction in certain areas in Zimbabwe. And what happened was that have actually caused a decline in tourist attendance in the area, hence being unable to provide more job opportunities, business opportunities for the local people. And what you can witness for yourself, poverty was rife, unemployability was rife, education, children were not given much education because there were no money to fund the schools in those areas. So again, I would like to commend the good efforts done by INTICAM for supporting the Eco Warrior project, because it is very timely now. I've witnessed how this has actually taken its toll on 3 countries which I've been to last year, and I've witnessed much more. I would like to have the opportunity to share with all of you, God willing, when there's an opportunity. And please, I would like to recommend that all of you do your part, be a responsible global citizen, and support environmental conservation. Thank you very much, guys, and I would like to invite all of you to visit my website, www.michaelteoh.com, as I would love to get to know all of you. If there are opportunities that we can explore, please do share.